Hello, welcome back to another episode of What's Up Doc. Today I would like to share with you guys a story that hopefully will help some of you that's going through a tough time and with your career or having to struggle trying to get your dream come true or trying to achieve your goal. I believe life is full of obviously obstacles, challenges, crises, and it's very important for us to realize that we are the same race and the same species that created ancient civilization in the past. And we were very successful in many ways to bring prosperity, bring technology, innovation, creativity, art, advances in medicine. So we are the human being. We had achieved so much. So keep that in mind every time you doubt yourself whether I could do this or not. So that said, it should give you a plenty of hope that number one, you're not alone. Number two, what happened to you in the past should not be a reflection on your present or on the future that you're planning to achieve. The past is a very good channel to tune in order to understand what's happening to you today. So, without further ado, I will share my story. So, 2013, I ended my partnership, my dental/business partnership that I was in for about 12 years. And I became a partner by default. What that means, allow me to explain. When I joined the practice in 2002, the deal was, or the setup was, that I would work for 4 years and I would merge into partnership or phase into partnership for 4 to 5 years after I become an associate. And the senior partner was supposed to, phase out and I'll phase in. And there's a second partner, a junior partner. But unfortunately, 4 months after I joined, that senior partner died in a car accident. And since that practice was not a new practice, a practice that been established for over 15, 20 years, but they just moved to a new building and they built a brand new building and established this 5,000 square foot practice. So they had a vision and they had a goal. So the junior partner asked me to speed up my partnership process. And to be honest with you, I was not very comfortable because I never owned a practice and I only had 2 years of dental experience in the private sector under my wing. So I became a partner, like I always said, by default in 18 months instead of 5 years. And I worked there for 12 years. Anyhow, we ended the partnership, and for many reasons that I cannot share right now, but it wasn't going to work out. We were growing in 2 separate ways in different styles, and I wanted to incorporate a lot more technology into the practice, and he wasn't willing to do that. He didn't want to change. He wanted to keep things the same. He didn't want to retrain on a new computer system. He didn't want to go paperless. He just didn't want to catch up with the time. He just wanted to stay where he is, where it was very comfortable for him. So I leave in 2013, and 3 years later, he sells out. He sells to a bigger company, like a DSO, a franchise or a chain. Anyway, so I opened the office in 2013, and that was the Nashua office. That was the most stressful year. I call it my dental divorce, because after 12 years, I was placed in a very uncomfortable conditions. But I had to train myself to be comfortable with the uncomfortable. Because if I have fought against it, I would have never been where I am right now. I had to go with the flow. I had to accept the fact that it's over. I had to accept the fact that I have to start all over from scratch after 12 years of building a career and building a followers that, thousands of patients. And I couldn't take anything with me. That was his deal. Either you drop everything and go, you're on your own, or you stay the way it is. So I had no other choice, because I believed that I had a vision and we could be better, or I could be better as a practitioner with the new technology, with the upgrades, with being, ahead of the game. And I'm a type of person that I love innovation. I love creativity. I love to reinvent myself, my lifestyle, everything. I don't like stagnation. Stagnant water stinks, as you know, and running water is fresh water. So I always look to any opportunity to improve myself and my lifestyle, and help everybody around me to improve themselves if they want to learn or they're willing to learn. So I opened the Nashua office, and again, that year, 2013, 2014, was very hard. I'd never been on my own. I always worked with another dentist. I couldn't tell anybody where I was, because that was one of the conditions of separation. And it was a tough year. It was very stressful emotionally, financially, mentally. And I just had to tell myself that this is not going to last forever. This is just temporary. And I had to train myself that what if I am the only person on this earth and everybody else is gone and everything that I know is gone? What would I do? I have all these resources. I have all these opportunity only available for me. What would I do? I would just do what I need to do in order to stop. Nothing is in my way except myself. So the more I meditated on that thought, that just imagine yourself all by yourself with, like I said, all the equipment that you need, all the resources that you need, and get it done. It was hard. There were sad days. There were angry days. There were quiet days. There were a lot of emotions. There were ups and downs. There were, success and failures. There were a lot of, plus and minuses. But it really helped to kind of isolate your mind and your emotional status to one thing and one thing only. Stay busy, keep going, don't ever quit. And I'm not sure if it was because, I'm not saying that to get sympathy or use a victim card. If I was a female or an immigrant and they felt like I want no better, and this is the best deal I can get. I don't know if things would have been different if I wasn't who I am, or they looked at it a little bit differently. But regardless of that, I'm still a human being with heart and a brain and a soul and a spirit and a degree and capability and experience. And I doubted myself a lot in many, many different ways. Like, what have I got myself into? What if I'm not successful? What if this is not meant to be? But you just have to be comfortable with the uncomfortable, embrace the change. And it is not easy. That is difficult to do. with a lot of support and a lot of talking and a lot of encouragement and motivation. And this generation, which is 8 years ago, we didn't have a whole lot of the social media support and your YouTube classes and motivation. There's a lot more of it these days. So, which it's incredibly helpful for somebody that's going through that kind of challenge, that you had to leave everything you know and everything you've done behind. Just leave it alone. Just drop it and start all over, because that's the way things are done. And trust me, I fought the fight and I couldn't win. I really couldn't win. And I just had to be humble enough and proud enough, just walk away from it all and start all over. And here we are, 8 years later. We own 3 successful, beautiful offices and amazing team. And our brand is expanding and getting a lot of traction and getting a lot of popularity, because we are trained to treat people the way you want people to treat you. So I hope this story will help some of you, inspire you, give you comfort, and anybody that is going through a tough time, or you think you're not worth it, or you think that this is not going to work, or this is not for me, don't quit. Try just to go back to the drawing table and redesign your plan, redesign your steps, redesign your approach, and you'll get it done. Trust me. It might not be the same vision that you started with, but you'll get something done. So I hope this helps many of you, like I said, that's going through a tough time or being challenged with confidence. It happens to the best of us, and you're not alone. Trust me, you're not alone. I hope you guys enjoy this. That's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode.